Morehead State volleyball coach Jaime Gordon joining us here on MSUEagles.com this afternoon. And Coach, you're wrapping up a four-match OVC home swing here this coming weekend. Tennessee Tech on Friday, Jacksonville State on Saturday evening. Let's just talk a little bit about this weekend coming up. You're facing two opponents that gave you, quite frankly, some pretty good matches, but only just a couple of weeks ago. So is it kind of an advantage to, or disadvantage to, play these opponents, Tech and Jacksonville, right away after just playing them again just 2 weeks ago?
Well, I think whatever the advantage or kind of disadvantage you want to look at, it's the same for both teams. I think it's a little bit more of an advantage because those players are fresh in your head. The scouting report, not a whole lot has kind of changed from there. We're familiar with them, but at the same time, we struggled. We struggled at both places, and really a lot of that credit goes to them. Tennessee Tech did a great job of defending us. They were good at the right pins, blocking, so our outside struggled a little bit. Jacksonville State really set the tempo early on and did a great job there, so we were fortunate to fight back and squeeze out a win at their place. So we're excited to be back home. We've got homecoming and a lot of festivities coming around, but ultimately we've got to stay focused on what we're doing on our side of the court.
What adjustments specifically are you going to make this week for Tennessee Tech and Jacksonville as you went back and looked at that film from those matches?
Well, one of the things is that if I was probably Coach Blair at Tech, one of the things that I'd be focused on is defending the right side. Ellie had a great weekend. That was her National Player of the Week performance. So I expect both Jacksonville State and Tennessee Tech to be prepared to defend the right side, and we've been able to rely on Ellie. I think we'll have to, we'll have some opportunities in some other areas, and need to make sure that we're efficient there. But ultimately it comes down to a serve and pass game. If our serving is aggressive, our defense starts to play. If our defense is going well, our transition offense goes well. If our ball control and serve receive is solid, we're able to run full options, and doesn't allow our opponents to get into much of a defensive rhythm. So ultimately that's what it comes down to, and we've been fortunate enough to both serve and pass well at home.
Coach Gordon, Jaime Gordon is with us here on MSUEagles.com, and Coach, going back and looking at the beginning of this season, as you started off this season, a little bit of shorter roster this year and a little bit of slow start, obviously playing some tough opponents, but as you've kind of went on this winning streak and put into perspective what this team is accomplishing, when you look back at when you started and where you are now, do you feel that this team is starting to accomplish what it set out to do?
We're really trying to not focus on the results right now. I think what's made this team successful, not just this year but in years past, is their focus on the process. We really take each practice one at a time, each day at a time. I know it kind of sounds cliche, but we really focus hard on that. And I think when we're able to do that, things like winning streaks and positioning yourself to where you're competing for a championship, those are byproducts of that process. And so, we had a tough start, but we knew that, again, this season, just as in seasons in the past, it's a journey, and you've got to take everything one step at a time. And these ladies have really done a fantastic job coming in every day, especially in October. October, things, you start to get a little bit tired, the body starts to ache a little bit more, and their approach and the energy that they bring into the gym every day has been pretty special.
I want to focus on a couple of events surrounding the matches this weekend. Friday night is the annual Dig Pink match for breast cancer awareness, and then also Saturday is going to be senior night here, and four special players will be honored prior to that match. Just talk about those events and being able to put on those events here this weekend.
Well, it's we've got some special things happening here in Weatherby Gym, as you mentioned, the Dig Pink efforts on Friday night, and then our opportunity to recognize and kind of celebrate the accomplishments of our senior class, which I don't know, I think you're probably going to be hard pressed to find a senior class that has accomplished as much and has enjoyed as many successes as they have, and for all of that to be around the homecoming festivities makes it a little extra special as well. It'll be a real exciting time in Morehead, on campus, and in the community.
Coach Gordon, thanks for joining us this afternoon, and good luck this weekend.
All right.